Oh, hi there, traveler. Pull us here up at the bar. I'll be with you in just a moment. So, made a decision? What can I get you? Coffee? Tea? House special? You could always stick around. Never know what you'll find at the tavern. Hi, my name is Eve Handyside. I use any pronouns.
And I'm Phoenix Arden. I use they them pronouns.
And welcome back to Talkin In The Tavern! Woo,
Hey,
episode 3!
It's episode 3. We're back. It's August.
Somehow.
July disappeared in a haze of things.
I'm determined that it didn't exist. So.
Honestly.
But yeah, today we're talking
yeah.
about adaptations of books.
Yes. Particularly TV and movie adaptations.
Yes, in particular. Because we've had a very busy season of adaptations so far.
We have indeed, because we had Nimona.
Yes.
Which was
so good.
When was that? My brain has turned off.
Of July? End of June?
It was end of June.
No. No, it wasn't.
It
really?
was.
What?
Yeah.
It feels like it just came out.
Yeah, it was a month ago.
No.
So we've had Nimona, and
now we've got
Good Omen season 2 has just come out.
It's so good.
Which I haven't watched.
You're
yet,
gonna love
but
it.
I'm going to. Don't worry, it's on the list. I've just been a smidge busy.
I
with
wonder
buying
why.
A house. kind of takes away all of your opportunities to sit down and just watch a thing. And Heartstopper season 2 has also just come out.
Yes.
And I've watched the first few episodes of that.
I haven't. Like you with Good Omens, I haven't watched it yet. I will at some point.
So yeah, we thought, given that there's been, a good few adaptations recently, we figured that would be a good topic for today's episode.
Yeah.
So we're just going to sort of work our way through. We're going to talk about some adaptations we've liked and not liked, some adaptations we're looking forward to, and some
really
that we're
don't want
not
to.
looking forward to.
No.
And then we'll probably talk about maybe some things that could be adapted in the future.
Yeah.
And some things that definitely should not be adapted
with fire.
Adapted in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I guess we should start off on a positive note, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
And talk about some adaptations that we have enjoyed.
yeah. Good Omens.
Good Omens.
Good
of
Omens
course.
is
I mean,
top tier adaptation for me because I love it.
It really is. And
Oh my
that
God.
the casting.
The casting's impeccable. Michael Sheen was meant to play Crowley, and I don't think that would have worked. The way they've done it
I
now.
do find it really funny that that Michael Sheen was originally going for that role, and then both him and Neil Gaiman separately, internally were like,
nah.
this doesn't feel right, and then eventually both of them worked up the fucking balls to have a conversation about it, and they were like, oh, you've been thinking that too? Good.
I mean, you save wavelength. He would.
Yeah.
As much as I love him as a psychopathic killer and a couple other things, I don't think it would have worked. His Aziraphale is so perfect.
It's so good.
wholesome
it's
and cute,
brilliant.
and oh my god, the new season's amazing. You'll watch it eventually. I won't say a word. My friend sent me a TikTok and it spoiled me for the ending, and I've never been more devastated in my life because it was day of release and I hadn't got to the point yet.
Jesus.
I was like, oh, I was about to murder someone.
I hope they are now an ex-friend.
Oh yeah, ousted. We no longer discuss. But yeah, what's your current favourite adaptation? Recent?
Well, I don't know about favourite, but I am currently watching season 2 of Heartstopper, so that's definitely been up there.
Yeah. How is it?
Again, Heartstopper was one of those adaptations that I didn't know about at first, and then it was out, and I was like, "Oh yeah,
we should get around to
Heartstopper." And again, incredible casting.
Oh yeah, perfect.
They really nailed the characters really well.
And I'm so glad they cut Tao's hair. Holy crap!
Yeah, just for your sanity, Eve, just so you know, that happens in episode 3.
Oh, you're kidding. No. But it's so bad.
Just so you're aware, don't go in expecting his hair to be better, because it doesn't happen until episode 3.
Christ. It's so bad.
And it's the bizarre part is his hair is not like that in the graphic novel.
Yeah,
that was a decision somebody made for the Netflix
Who
show,
the hell?
and I don't know why. Oh, honestly.
Oh dear. I'm. Is it bad to say I'm not really that excited about it? Like, I'm not a very contemporary romance person. Like, I've read the graphic novels.
It's not your genre.
I've read the graphic novels. I liked them. I just... I'll get round to it. I'll still watch it. But it's just not my cup of tea.
It wasn't something that I was, like, sitting waiting for.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't being like, oh, Heartstopper season 2 soon. But I enjoyed season 1, so I was like, I'll watch season 2 when it comes out. And it's a good show to just sort of, like, watch an episode and stop.
Yeah.
That's what we've been doing. We've been, like, watching an episode while we eat our dinner, and then, like... Plus, it's got Olivia Colman.
That is true. And she's in it more this season? Question mark?
She is. She's been in it more in the first few episodes,
I love her
certainly.
so much.
Olivia Colman can do no wrong.
Absolutely.
Olivia Colman, if you like books and want to come on our podcast, just hit us up, please.
Please.
We will both cry.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
You know.
We'll cry and then try and talk through the amount of tears.
Yeah.
And then it won't end well. But, you know, you'll have to witness it.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll just have to put up with it. You're contractually have to put up with this.
Yeah, she's obliged. And of course, we have to talk about Nimona.
Oh my god, yes. Perfection.
Because such a good movie.
Perfection.
And it's not a direct one-to-one adaptation of the graphic novel.
Yeah, because
bits of the story are changed, which makes sense.
Like the time frame, it happens like same day, and the graphic novel takes like a couple years between the events. Couple years. 10 years?
It's a much longer thing because the graphic novel was coming out like weekly or something online. It was a webcomic to begin with, so it naturally felt like it should take more time to happen. Whereas the film happens over like a day or two, I think.
Which I think I liked the pacing of the movie a bit better because of it, because I wasn't a fan of the 10 years apart. I think if Nimona had been purpose written as a graphic novel rather than as a webcomic, then it would have felt a bit tighter. Yeah. And I feel like N.D. Stevenson probably took the opportunity when adapting it into a movie to tighten things up, to tell just one story rather than having the like weekly, which I really liked,
the like regular little bits thing. Because like of a webcomic,
it would have been a pretty good adaptation into a TV show, but I think they made the right call with the movie. I
think so too. I think doing it as a single movie just makes more sense somehow.
And I've watched it like 3 times since release. Because of how good it is, and they've just oh my gosh, it's just impeccable. And they changed Nimona's hair, which I'm so happy about, but not about Golden Lords. Why did they get rid of the man's mane? Beautiful hair.
Long hair in the graphic novel,
but they changed Nimona's.
Alas. They did change Nimona's hair,
which I was quite happy about, because I did not like her graphic novel hair.
Yeah, her hair in the graphic novel's a bit odd.
No.
It's not a good look, but you know, it works for like the style of the graphic novel, but it would look weird in animation. Yeah. And again, great cast.
Fantastic cast. Holy crap.
Right, because you've got what's her name? Chloe Grace Moretz as Nimona, and you've got Eugene Lee Yang as Golden Lion and Riz Ahmed as Ballister.
Truly perfection.
Which, like, just those 3 is incredible. And then
the vibes that they have with each other, I love it.
Oh, the chemistry between them is real good.
So good.
I do feel, I wish that I know why, but I wish that the Queen had a little bit more screen time, because Lorraine Toussaint, who voices her, is incredible. She was in Orange is the New Black for a while. She's the voice of Shadow Weaver from the
Oh my god,
She-Ra.
she is?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Oh my gosh. I need to do more research.
I'm fairly sure that's her.
I love She-Ra.
I've said that now, and I really she is. Yeah.
I adore She-Ra. Like Shadow Weaver and Scorpia, best characters.
Oh yeah. I also love the thing that always baffles me is that the voice actress of Scorpia is in Superstore.
Yeah, and she's so funny.
And it's such a different character.
Right?
It's incredible.
She's so good. She's also in something else, I know, but I can't. It's not coming to my head. But, oh my god. She's like the nicest ever. I love her so much. Great actress.
Yeah. Incredible actress. But I feel like Indy Stevenson, having enjoyed Lorraine Toussaint and She-Ra, was like, hey, you want a job on Nimona?
Yeah. They just...
But yeah, I would have...
The casting was just perfect. They did such a great job.
Good.
And like...
It was very good.
Perfect representation, perfect. I loved it so much. I just want to watch it again. Let's just stop and go watch it. Let's turn it into a watch party.
Don't tempt me.
Oh no. But what's like some adaptations you're not looking forward
to? Not looking forward to, or that I have not enjoyed?
Not enjoyed and not looking forward to. How about both?
Okay. Not enjoyed.
Not enjoyed.
The Percy Jackson movies.
Oh god. They were horrific.
They were not great.
Okay. I would.
They weren't all
horrific.
Well, there were only two, weren't there? They weren't atrociously bad.
They weren't
good. Just were not good. And I entirely blame that on the fact that they didn't have Rick Riordan involved in the fucking thing from the start. So it was just like...
And they aged everyone up, which didn't make sense. And then
it was
so
just
much
weird
stuff. I would have liked if I forgot the person who played Percy in the movies, but I wish they'd come back to play Poseidon as their dad in the new one.
Yeah,
that would have been really cute.
Cool.
But
because I don't blame him.
Yeah, he did what he was given to do, and fair enough. He's still he's probably be okay older Percy, but not for this. I don't know.
No, he couldn't have done this, definitely. No. He shouldn't have really ever been Percy because he was already too old. Yeah,
everyone was a bit too old.
Yeah, it was weird casting, and also just it was not a good adaptation.
No, it wasn't at all. I mean, I watched. Okay, this is a weird thing. I watched the movie before I read the books, and I actually I've been watching it first. I actually liked the first movie ish. I thought it was fine. Then I read the books and realised how bad they were.
The first movie is bad.
Yeah.
I don't think the first movie is a bad movie. Yeah. I think it's a bad adaptation.
Yeah.
The second movie is
atrocious. What are they doing?
It's both a bad movie and a bad adaptation.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm so glad they didn't continue.
Oh yeah. I would also say Eragon, the Eragon movie.
I never watched it.
It was not a good movie.
I've seen clips.
It was not a good adaptation. It felt like a lot of the magic just it got sucked out of the world. Yeah. It just didn't feel like the book at all. Mm-hmm. It didn't feel like it was as fun as the books were. It felt pretty lifeless.
Yeah.
And again, the main character did not feel like the age he's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. It's just it was weird.
I've seen clips because I know it was the guy that's in Star Trek now, in Star Trek Picard, as is... Oh, I can't say because it's a spoiler, but you know who I mean.
Yes.
I forgot his name.
As Jack.
Yes, Jack. Yes. Who I also really don't like as a character.
Who is also in Downton Abbey.
Yeah, I loved him in Downton Abbey. He's such a wee weirdo. But he's a good actor.
I don't blame him. He didn't feel like Eragon properly, and it just didn't feel very magical for a series that is all about magic. It should have felt more magical. It's just not ideal.
Not it.
And then the other one that I've got on my list of ones that weren't very good adaptations, and this one comes with a whole big asterisk on it because The Hobbit.
Yes.
The Hobbit movies.
Absolutely. That was one of mine written down as well. I
don't have any problem with the quality of the movies.
Yeah.
Right? They're
great
totally
quality.
Fine as just a generic fantasy trilogy.
Absolutely.
What they are not is good adaptations of The Hobbit.
Because The Hobbit is one novel. It is a middle grade novel.
It's one short novel.
Very, very short.
Well.
It's like 200, 250 pages.
It's something around there,
and it's like, there was too much crammed in. Some of the stuff in there just doesn't happen. Legolas isn't a character in the books. And then The Hobbit. A few other characters don't show up. I can't remember. I think Thranduil's only mentioned. I've not read it.
Thranduil is mentioned but never named. Yeah. He's just the king of the elves. Toriel isn't there at all because she doesn't really exist. There's the whole thing with the like assistant to the mayor of Lake Town. That's not a thing in the books.
I was like,
in the book,
I kept rolling my eyes because it was so caricaturish. Yeah. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it was so obviously just a cash grab.
And it did not need to be 3 movies. It could have been one. It didn't
need to be 3 movies.
It could have been one. And please, hear me out. I was fine with Martin Freeman as Bilbo because he was okay. I liked the tension he had with Thorin, but maybe someone else. I don't love him as an actor, but the rest of the cast I was pretty happy with. I won't lie to you for how kind of poorly those movies are written.
Yeah, like I say, it's like they're not bad movies. Yeah. They're just not good adaptations of the story of the Hobbit.
Yeah, they're really not.
So, yeah.
And they don't have good pacing. I'm going to throw that in. Terrible pacing. Yeah. Why are they 3 hours apiece?
There's just like a lot of weird stuff that is very easily explained as this is just Peter Jackson trying to make more money off of them. And that feels like a massive shame because they deserved better.
And then they've come along and done the new TV show, Amazon.
Oh yeah, Rings of Power, that I watched some of the episodes of and then stopped because I
finished it. Awful. Absolute terrible adaptations. None of this happened. What did they do to the Hobbits? I feel so bad. Like, nah. It's really bad. What they did, absolutely not.
Do you have any other ones that you have liked or have not liked before we go on to stuff that is upcoming?
Stuff that's upcoming. Do you have any other... I did. Okay, obvious mention of liking is the Hunger Games trilogy because hear me out. I liked them better than the books, and that because the books are so
drama.
The books are so slow, and it took so long to get through. It made them because I was quite young when I read them, but like,
it's been a long time since I've read the books or watched any of the films, so I can't really.
I reread the first one a couple of years ago, and it's fine, but I love the movies. The movies are I sob every time I watch the movie, but I don't have the same reaction when I read the books. The last book specifically, when something happens to one of my favorite characters.
I don't think you need to avoid spoilers. They've been out for long enough.
Okay, Finnan dies. Okay, and I cry every time. He looks so sad, and it's just it's just complete. I think the movies are perfection for them.
Because.
One of the adaptations...
I was just going to say, like, the last book came out in 2010 and the last film came out in 2015. Yeah. So it's been long enough that you don't need to worry about it. It's been a while.
If you haven't heard of the Hunger Games or don't know what happens in it, what are you doing? They've been around for so long. But I will also say an adaptation I didn't love was the Maze Runner trilogy.
We were actually talking about this the other day at work.
Exactly, this is when it popped up in my brain because I loved the books. I was one of those girlies back in 2010 or something that was all about these dystopian books. I loved them. They were great. Consumed me entirely. Loved the Maze Runner books. So twisty. And then book 2 and 3, I don't know what happened. They completely went off of what happened in the books, and it was just I don't know if the writer was consulted about it, but it was just bad. Because nothing that happened. Well, there was pinnacle moments that happened in the book happened in the films. Fair enough, character deaths, but they completely rewrote some of the story, and it really annoyed me. But they're still enjoyable films if you haven't read the books. But I just think the books are better.
Interesting.
In the second movie, they make it so the virus is airborne. It affects 2 people, and the rest of the unimmune are fine.
Weird.
They're okay,
very,
guys.
Very strange.
And I was just like, what are you doing? I was so annoyed. Oh, but yeah, there's probably, I can't think of any other adaptations that are currently in my mind that I hated.
Oh,
if I
another adaptation that I enjoyed. I'm counting this as an adaptation. The Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yes! Oh my god. I loved
Incredible.
it. Wish it was queerer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I would love.
You cannot tell me that Chris Pine wasn't gay in that film for the guy from Bridgerton. I can never remember the name. I'm just proud I got the right Chris.
Yeah, that is an achievement. Oh God, what is his name?
I can't tell the difference between them.
Yes, the guy from Bridgerton. Yeah.
Guy from Bridgerton, season 1 that left. They had such good chemistry. I wish they were together. They are in my mind.
A very good adaptation of D&D into a movie.
Exactly. And I hope if they make a second one, they do more about the dragon that was in the mines, because that's from another campaign.
The fat dragon. I love the fat dragon.
Little chunky boy.
There was
I love him so much.
I think Funko Pop did a thing of him. Yeah. And it was very cute.
He's so chunky. He's so adorable.
But yeah, it was a very good adaptation of D&D. Good. It really feels like D&D. So
and it like I've watched so many analyses of the fight scenes, and you can tell stages of combat. And that's so fun.
If you like count as they're fighting, it's like 6 seconds, which is just what it should be, and that's a turn in D&D. So it was very well done.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to shout that out. So let's move on to upcoming adaptations. I've only got one on my list that I can think of that I'm looking forward to, which is
I've got 3.
So the one I'm looking forward to is the new Percy Jackson show that's coming to Disney Plus next year, I think.
I think so. Is it summer next year?
Let's see.
I think so.
Because that's actually got Rick Riordan involved with it, and
I'm so happy. He's done such good.
The casting looks incredible. They've actually named the ages correct, and the fact that him and his wife have been very, very closely involved right from the start is giving me hope.
It's just so good. Yeah, so much hope. I hope. Oh my god, I hope they do it well. Because the people they've casted actually feel kind of like the characters, from what I've seen of interviews of all of them, and oh my god, they're so sweet.
Although it does have Lin-Manuel Miranda in it.
Yeah, that's a jump scare. As Hermes? Is it Hermes?
Yeah.
Oh no. I can't wait for this scene where it's is it in the first book where Hermes is kind of really downcast that looks down on stuff, and I'm just I can't wait for Hermes to tell him off, and I can't wait for that.
We just don't need more.
Why did they cut?
We just have never needed more Lin-Manuel Miranda.
No, we really don't.
That's a bit of a downer on it, but other than that,
other than that, great casting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the one that I've got on my list that I'm currently looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to A Ballad of Songbird. Oh no, A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. There we go. I did it.
Congratulations! Everybody clap! Everybody clap! Clap!
You've got tongue tied.
I can do a little clap sound effect in the Discord too, but they won't hear it on the recording.
Thank you.
Here we go. There it is. Okay.
Thank you. I dedicate
everybody
this prize
listening to the episode can enjoy that second of silence.
I just sounding insane now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it looks good. I've read some of the book. I did read the book. I just can't remember what happens.
I haven't read the book, so I can't really.
It's really strange because I saw a bunch of fan casts of when it was announced, and they've actually went with, I forgot her name, but they've went with the fan cast female lead.
Oh, that's fun.
So it's a very popular choice for the fan cast, and they went with it. And I loved that idea. She fits it so well.
Cool.
And the parallel in the trailer between the original movies and this is bang on. I can't wait for it. It looks stunning. It better be good.
Yeah.
And the guy that plays Tyrion Lannister's in it. What's his name?
Oh, Peter Dinklage.
Yes, and I love Peter Dinklage.
Yes, he's excellent.
I can't wait. I can't wait for it to come out. Also, the new Agatha Christie movie, Haunting in Venice, looks very horror, and I'm living for it because it's very different from the other two.
Cool.
The other two are very traditional, like murder mystery. This one's got like a creepy girl in the background of a scene, and I'm like terrified.
And it's got Michelle Yeoh in it.
Exactly. Who doesn't love Michelle Yeoh? Award-winning actress Michelle Yeoh.
I adore Michelle Yeoh.
Oh my god, she's amazing. And what was that multiverse movie she was in?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Incredible.
Fantastic movie.
As well as the Star Trek.
She was in Star Trek Discovery for a while.
She saved Star Trek Discovery and then left, and it's terrible. It's terrible again.
She's not been out of it for that long, actually.
Yeah. Isn't she getting a spin-off?
At some point, yeah.
I'm excited for that. I love her so much.
It is happening, but I think it got delayed because she was,
the strike.
in movies, and then now there's a strike.
Strike. Yeah. Which is fair. Pay your writers.
Yeah, absolutely. Pay your writers. Pay your actors.
Pay your writers. Because you need writers on set, otherwise shit doesn't happen, or you get terrible shit. Like Riverdale.
Oh god, I never watched any of Riverdale. It wasn't my vibe.
Good. Run away. I watched season 1. It was terrible, and then I kept watching like weird clips from the following one.
It's one of those shows that just kept going, right?
Yeah, and none of them wanted to be there.
Oh my god, has it finally stopped? It has.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
after
they finally got out of the contract.
Seasons.
Oh my god, no.
Mm-hmm. That's technically an adaptation.
Yeah.
Technically.
Oh yeah, it is from the Archie comics. I forgot about them. Ugh, awful. Adaptations that you don't want to see that are coming out soon?
I am not looking forward to the adaptation of Red, White and Royal Blue.
I knew you were going to say that.
Amazon Prime is doing, because having seen the trailer and having seen stills from it, it just seems so bad. So bad.
It looks like two straight guys trying to pretend to be in a relationship.
Yes, and also they're both like in their 30s, and it looks atrocious because they do not look like the characters they're supposed to look like age-wise, and they don't seem to have like any chemistry between them at all. It's just
god awful.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna hate watch it.
Oh yeah, same. I'm at least gonna watch. Is it? It's a series, isn't it?
No, it's a movie.
Oh no! I'm at least gonna watch the first 10 minutes. And then I'll decide if I want to continue.
It's just under 2 hours long.
Oh no.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not.
It doesn't look good.
I'm not very happy about it.
You know what it looks like? One of those cheesy Christmas movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like what's that channel in the US that makes all those? Is it Hallmark? Do Hallmark make movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hallmark.
It's like one of those like. Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be good.
On my bones, it's going to be bad.
It's going to be really bad,
no.
But I'm going to watch it so I can hate on it. so
you can talk about it and be like, "What the fuck did they do?"
Because it comes out. Well, depending on when this podcast goes out, it might already be out, but it comes out in the future from now, and
it looks terrible. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, and then the other one is I recently read a book, I Wish You All the Best. And that's getting an adaptation.
Gosh, yes, it took me a second.
As well, that's also getting an adaptation. I'm just a bit worried.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Because
who's doing it?
Who's doing what? Like acting in it?
The movie. Have they done cast? Or
I think they have.
Director?
Let me see.
I'm worried. I'm so worried. I've not read it. I've seen great things.
Cole Sprouse in it.
Oh.
As somebody.
No.
Of course,
they've
cast a cis guy as the non-binary main character, so that's fun.
Why not, like... What age are they in the book?
Oh, like teenager. Like.
Oh right, because I was about to say like Desire from the Sandman.
Oh no, yeah, I think they.
Or they could have done the actor from The Last of Us. Bella Ramsey is non-binary.
Yeah. Like I get,
and
that
they're pretty
the whole
young.
part of the whole thing of the book is that they are just out.
Yeah.
And AMAB, so I can understand, but like I feel like you could have found a non-binary actor to play that role.
There's probably tons of non-binary actors, but like
apparently
really?
The person that they've cast was in Girl Meets World on Disney Channel, so that tells you everything you need to know, probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not
worried
looking
now.
forward to that adaptation. I think it's probably going to be very bad.
Yeah. Well, they do that to tons of like contemporary romance kind of YA stuff, because like Love, Simon was
never the sapphic
awful.
ones though.
Yeah, they never do
the
sapphic ones.
Sapphic stuff never gets the adaptations, or when it does, it gets a season and then gets cancelled.
Yeah, because where's our One Last Stop adaptation? Never read it, but still, that's the one that springs to mind.
Oh, it's better than Red, White and Royal Blue, I'll tell you that much.
There's Alice Oseman does a bunch of other women loving women books. Or what about Loveless by Alice Oseman? The Aero Ace representation?
Yeah. It's just it's always, and I don't mean this as a criticism in any way of gay men, but I mean it as a criticism of the industry, that for some reason sapphic content in particular gets sidelined in favour of adaptations of MLM adaptations, and
because
it's just happens too frequently for it to just be coincidence.
Because Amazon just took down the Pink Ladies. That's gone.
Paramount.
Thank you. Paramount took that down, and also
Rise of the Pink Ladies, which had sapphic characters in it. Netflix has cancelled a bunch of sapphic shit.
Warrior Nuns, which was fantasy nun lesbians, which is pretty good.
Netflix also had Teenage Bounty Hunters, which had sapphic rep in it. One Day at a Time had sapphic rep in it, and that got cancelled and then brought by somebody else and then cancelled again.
What was that Disney Plus one that you liked? That we liked?
Willow.
I watched it too.
Yeah.
Willow, that one as well. That was great. I love that.
I'm not entirely sure whether it's definitively cancelled or whether they're just like on hiatus. Like, it's not entirely clear.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't trust Disney.
Yeah, no.
And it was alright. Isn't it? Yeah.
It was fine. But like,
it was fine.
I feel like there are plenty of MLM things that are fine that get continued regardless. So
yeah,
it's not a great vibe.
Like, give us more, please. But give us broader representation would be appreciated, guys.
Yeah.
Hee hee.
And like, there are sapphic characters in Heartstopper, to be fair.
Yes.
But it's not about them.
Yeah.
And stuff that is centered on sapphic characters never seems to last.
Yeah.
Unless it's snuck in, like with She-Ra.
Like right at the end. Or with Legend of Korra. Because even then it's insinuated. And in the comics it's a women situation between Korra and Asami.
Yep.
But it's never in the show.
Nope. It's like
it's
right
really
the very,
annoying.
very last second, it's like they might be kissing, but we can't show you.
Yeah.
It's
Hee.
yeah. What about you? Do you have any upcoming things that you are not looking forward to?
I think you mainly said mine. Because I'm in a similar boat that I really don't want to see Red, White and Royal Blue.
Yeah, it's going to be bad.
It's going to be really, really bad. It's the only one I can think of that's currently or going to be released soon to this recording. Anyway, because I think it's coming out later in a couple of days.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, that's
so I
mainly it.
guess let's talk about anything that we might like to see adapted or would definitely not like to see adapted.
Yeah.
One I thought of that I definitely don't want to see an adaptation of, but that I wouldn't be surprised if it does get an adaptation at some point, is House in the Cerulean Sea.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they will try and adapt it, but I don't want them to, because I just know it would not be good. I just know it wouldn't be like well done.
They'll change something to give it more stakes.
Yeah, and like
all it doesn't really have that.
I bet all of the children would be like cast slightly too old.
They'll do a Miss Peregrine, and oh no, it wouldn't be good.
So I'm just like...
That book's pretty good.
I did start watching that movie, but I never finished it, and I'd never read the books, so...
I liked the movie because it has Eva Green in it, and that's mainly why I watched it.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Yeah, it tracks. But like they switch over character powers and age people up and age people down.
Right, yeah.
But I didn't really like the books. I thought the books were really boring. So like I thought it was an alright movie. But they'll change something to make it weird.
Yeah. I just don't feel like it would be done well.
Yeah. I don't see it's
And with all due respect to TJ Klune, he doesn't strike me as one of those authors where even if he was involved, I feel like it wouldn't turn out the way I would want it to. Right? Like,
no.
Alice Oseman is very heavily involved with the Heartstopper adaptation.
Yeah.
And I feel like that works in its favour.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Riordan being very heavily involved in Percy Jackson adaptation, again, works in its favour, because I trust Rick Riordan to, like...
Yeah.
TJ Klune, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if he was just like, oh yeah, let's make an adaptation and just sort of let them do whatever.
Yeah, take a back seat.
So I'm a bit like, on that.
Yeah, you need the original writer involvement, otherwise it doesn't have the
and,
same
and even
kick.
then I feel like it has to be a writer that you know would actually like properly fight for it to be done right, rather than just letting them make an adaptation
exactly
just for the sake of the adaptation. And I wouldn't be surprised if TJ Klune was just like, oh yeah, let's do an adaptation, and like purported to be involved but didn't really do much or fight for much. So I would just do you have anything that you definitely don't want an adaptation of?
Any of the J. Kristoff books. J. Kristoff is very it's got a lot of intimate NSFW scenes.
Oh.
And it might just be a me thing, but I don't want more of that. We've already got enough NSFW in any other media. I don't like it. It's not my favourite thing. I love his books to death, but I don't want to see them adapted because I just don't feel they'll be done well.
Yeah.
I do think he would be involved in like developing it, but personally, I'd rather just have the books and not adapt it.
Yeah.
But I do have one really strong opinion, and people won't like it. Brandon Sanderson, one of my favourite authors, right? Really is trying to get Mistborn. It's like I think biggest series he's got. Mistborn is adapted, the first trilogy at least, and I kind of want it adapted. Like, I'd be okay, maybe. Like a clip here or there. But he wants to cast Henry Cavill in it as this kind of assassin who's meant to be very agile and I really, really don't think it would work. For people who know Brandon Sanderson, he wants to do it as Kelsier. I don't think that would work at all. It would be bad. But also, I would, however, like to see it as an animated series. Maybe an animated short would be kind of cool. But maybe with Henry Cavill voice acting, I'd be completely fine with that. But I don't think live action with him would be good.
I think more books could and should potentially be animated.
Absolutely.
Like, be adapted as an animated series or an animated movie. Because I think that gives you much more potential to control how a character looks. And then you can get somebody who fits the right vibe for like the voice or the character without having to be like, you don't look like the character. Yeah.
And you really can change everything about them to make them very, very book accurate rather than having to look like the actor in it. I like that. Whereas like things like Henry Cavill really suits The Witcher. Like, go for it. He's got that big brawny kind of like doesn't speak much, and he's leaving The Witcher, which is really sad. Yeah, he was keeping it together, honestly.
But I haven't watched the most recent season of The Witcher, but
it's good.
I only watched it for Henry Cavill, so once he does leave, I'm not watching it anymore.
Yeah, I'm not gonna either.
I just don't understand why they wouldn't just be like, okay, Henry Cavill's leaving. Let's stop the show, and if we want to make something set in the Witcher universe with a new actor, we can do that. Rather than fully recasting Geralt, just feels weird.
And they've not done chemistry tests with...
Of course they haven't.
Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah.
They've all. I think Joey Beatty said they've only like texted once, and that was to congratulate him on the role.
Yeah, it just feels weird.
What the hell? Yeah, I'm not gonna continue with it. I like what we have so far, but it's just not great.
In terms of things I would like to see adaptations, I would love to see more D&D movies.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, this is something I kept saying after I saw Honor Among Thieves, because Honor Among Thieves is a heist movie, right? Like, fundamentally, like, that's what it is. I would love to see, like, the same sort of creative team play around with different genres of, like, almost like different one-shot, like, D&D one-shots. So you could have, like, different casts, or you could have, like, some cast members be the same, showing up as, like, NPCs or whatever, but have, like, do like a slightly horror one, and, like, just do all of the various types of D&D adventures you could have, but as movies, because there's so much potential there. And Absolutely. I really, really hope that the really positive response that the D&D movie got will be enough to, like, make them want to make more. Because I feel like you could just make a direct sequel, but I feel like it would be more fun to be like, this is D&D, let's do something totally different.
New cast each time would be kind of cool.
And have, like...
Or, like, same cast, different roles.
That could work, but I feel like that would get confusing to, like, the average cinema goer.
Yeah, probably.
People who know D&D would get it, but...
yeah.
But I feel like different cast and having, like, one or two of the cast from Honor Among Thieves showing up as an NPC or something would work really well.
Absolutely.
I feel like there's... I can't believe I'm saying this. I feel like there's, like, MCU potential for D&D movies, you know? And I feel like that would be really fun.
I completely agree.
I feel like if it was done right, I think it could be really, really good.
It could be, because I would love to see them do vampire. I can't remember. Oh, this is terrible.
Strahd.
I can't remember. Strahd, thank you. I would love them to do the Curse of Strahd, purely because it's so dark and twisty, and I love that campaign. Really I would love to see them do it. Or, like, little cute ones, like little standalone one-shot ones would be really, really cute as well. Or if they just want to make their own one, that would also be kind of fun.
But with the same sort of vibe that had, where it's very fun, and it's just... Whoever was on that made it really feel like D&D needs to be involved in everything, because it needs to feel like not just a fantasy movie, but specifically like have that D&D feel. Because there are moments in Honor Among Thieves where you feel like you can hear the players having a conversation with the DM, or you can like feel the DM making certain decisions, or the players being like, this might not be the technical best thing to do, but it's what my character would do. And that
rule of cool was used.
That for me really made it feel like such a good adaptation. So I would love more. The other one that I had as a possible that I think, if done well, could be a really good adaptation would be The Locked Tomb.
Yes, absolutely. Animated.
But only on the condition that Tamsin Muir is very, very, very heavily involved.
Absolutely, because Harrow is twisty as hell. And you need very, very specifics to get the vibe of the book to screen. But I would love that.
You'd have to be really careful with like the casting and everything, because they need to feel exactly right. But I feel like it could work really well. It would be.
I would quite like to see it animated. Again, we're back to that.
That's what I was just thinking after we had that conversation. I was like, it could work really well if they animated it in the style of like that Dragon Age show that was on Netflix. Like that sort of aesthetic for animation would work really well for this, I think.
Absolutely. That would be so fun.
So, yeah, I would love to see a Locked Tomb adaptation.
Plus, because third book's so sweet and cozy and fucked up.
Yeah, I think it'd be really, really funny to have like, you know, a season per book, and each season is just such a totally different vibe.
I want to see Camilla.
I can't believe it's been nearly a year since Nola came out.
That is kind of crazy. And still no Electro announcement.
Please, we need it.
I mean, take our time to make it as good as possible, but please, we need it.
Oh yeah, but also please get it to me soon.
We're having withdrawal.
What
I would really love.
I need it.
to see adapted into animation in specifics is Legends and Lattes.
Ooh.
I would love that as maybe like one-off movie special.
I was gonna say I feel like you'd have to make it a movie because it wouldn't work as a series.
It really wouldn't because there's not much stakes, but it would be fantastic as an animated movie. If they got the people who did Nimona, maybe to do, or like at least the art anyway of Nimona to do Legends.
Yeah, like that sort of style.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that movie was gorgeous, and I love Legends of Lattice, and if they do it wrong, I will kill someone.
And Travis Baldree has announced that he's got a deal for 3 more books set in that universe.
I'm so excited.
So there's plenty of potential for like a series there, you know.
And plus, it's lesbians.
Yeah,
we also need
exactly.
And it's Travis Baldree, and I want more of all of it. It's such
because Travis Baldree is an audiobook narrator.
Yeah.
And he reads the audiobook for Legends and Lattes. I haven't listened to it, but so presumably it could be like, so there's
they could do a storybook now.
He's experienced enough that he could like totally have like cameos.
Absolutely.
And also would probably know what
like,
sort of voices he wants the characters to have.
Absolutely, yeah. Because like this is weird, but going back to Good Omen season 1, they had the voice of God narrating it. They could do Travis Baldree narrating it, which would be so funny. I would love that. And Viv made coffee. Yes, she did, you sexy orc lady.
Yeah.
I would love that.
I would love that as an animation, definitely. Not live action, ever, please. No.
But
as an animation, I think that would be fun.
Yeah, especially for like, kind of because like if they did the cover art style for the thing, it would be quite good as well. For different styles of art, I think it would be very fun.
Right. Any last notes about adaptations before we wrap this up?
I don't think so.
Cool.
Okay, I will. Well, okay. How about I pose this question? I might make it and it might not. But do adaptations ruin the books for you?
Oh, I don't think the adaptations, to me personally, how I feel about adaptations, even adaptations that I haven't liked, has not affected my enjoyment of the original source material.
Yeah.
Yes. But I do understand for some people when they have visually seen a character in an adaptation, it can be then difficult to read the book without picturing them that way. So I can understand that if you didn't like the adaptation but you see a character that way, it can get annoying.
Absolutely. Because I have this hard thing where if I watch an adaptation, I'll hear their voice when I read the characters' lines. Like I'm reading Good Omens and all I'm hearing is Michael Sheen's voice.
Yep.
That's all I can hear the entirety of the time. Like, it's not a bad thing, but like some books it can be a bit off.
Yeah.
We all.
I don't think it inherently affects my enjoyment of the originals.
Me neither. But
yeah.
Sometimes
there's definitely plenty of opportunity for it to do that, and I think particularly with bad adaptations, it can be hard to sort of shake that. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us for Talkin In The Tavern.
Yeah.
Make sure to keep an eye out because in a couple of weeks we will have an episode of the book club. We'll have our August episode, which is about Camp Damascus by Chuck Tingle, which I have just finished reading.
Same.
We both quite enjoyed,
so good.
Tune in a couple of weeks to hear our full thoughts on that one.
Yeah.
And obviously, keep an eye on the social medias for updates and stuff.
Yeah.
So, Eve, where can people find you on social media?
Well, you can find me on literally every platform. TikTok, Instagram, X. I still hate it.
It's Twitter.
It's Twitter.
I'm just going to keep calling it Twitter. I don't care what Elon Musk says.
Yeah, same. It's Twitter. They got rid of my little bird and I hate it. I hate it. But you can find me on all of those 3 platforms under the username Cozy Crow. You can also now find me on YouTube under Cozy Crow as well. not started posting anything, but just in case, it's also there.
We exist.
It exists now on YouTube, and I'm confused about it. But yeah, Cozy Crow. Phoenix, where can we find you?
Yeah, so I am on Instagram and Twitter and Threads, which is just Instagram, Twitter. I am on all of those as @beansandfungi. I'm technically also on TikTok under that username, but I don't post to it, so there's no point to following me. And I'm just warning you now, if you are trying to follow me on TikTok and I don't know who you are, I will just remove you as a follower, because I have no idea who you are, and it's not like a platform that I use for socials. And what about the podcast, Eve?
I have the stuff up this time, so I can read it. Yeah. Great success. Okay, so make sure to follow us on Instagram @Hearth and Tome Pod, Twitter @Hearth and Tome, and freshly now on TikTok as Hearth and Tome, but with dots in between each word.
Yeah, so it's Hearth and Tome.
For some reason, it wouldn't let me do it without the dots. I don't understand why.
TikTok.
Because it's TikTok, and we'll be doing some announcements and stuff on there in future, hopefully.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and like clips and stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Will probably end up on there. So yeah, thank you for listening, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks here at the tavern for book club. Bye.
Hope to see you soon, traveller. The music used within this episode was Wholesome by Kevin MacLeod. Licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license from incompetech.com.